Let me say something honestly. After reading this book, I realized parenting is not just about raising a child. It's about shaping an emotional environment even before child understands everything. And the most shocking part, a child start observing things long before they can speak, long before they can even understand words. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a book that genuinely shifted my perspective, Vedic Sanskar by Dr. Ajay Bajpai. And trust me, this is not just a book review, it's a mindset shift. Initially, I picked up this book out of curiosity. I thought it would be something very traditional, maybe ritual heavy, maybe outdated, but as I started reading it, I realized this is not just about ritual things, it's about awareness. It's about how small things, your tone, your routine, your environment quietly shape a child's emotional world. And what I really appreciated about Dr. Ajay Bajpai's approach is this. He doesn't force anything. He doesn't say, do this or your child will be ruined. Instead, he gently shows you what actually matters. So, what exactly is this book about? At its core, Vedic Sanskar is about creating a conscious, calm, emotionally safe environment for a child, starting from pregnancy to early childhood. It's talk about how a mother's emotional state affects the baby, how routines create stability, how sensory environments shape behavior, how storytelling builds inner values, how modern distractions affect attention. But here is the key point. This book is not about being perfect. It's about being present. One of the strongest ideas in this book is this. A child doesn't learn first, they absorb first. Before they understand language, they understand tone. Before they understand meaning, they feel energy. So things like loud environments, constant noise, chaotic routines can actually affect their emotional stability. And on the other side, calm spaces, soft voice, predictable routines create a sense of safety. B. Calmness over perfection. This is something I really liked. The book doesn't say be perfect. It says be calm because a calm parents create a calm environment, and that's far more important than following 100 rules perfectly. C. The power of daily routines. The book emphasizes something very simple. Routines create emotional security, especially morning rhythms, evening wind down. For example, dim light at the night, slower moments, soft conversations. These small things signal the brain that it's time to relax, and over time, this builds a better sleep patterns and emotional balance. D. Modern problem overstimulation. This part hit hard. The book talks about how modern children are constantly overstimulated. Screens, noise, fast content, and what this does is reduces attention span, increases irritability, create fragmented focus. So instead of saying do not use screens at all, the book suggests mindful uses, calm content, screen free time, basically balance. E. Storytelling is power. This was one of my favorite parts. The book explains how stories shape a child's inner world, not through logic but through emotion. Stories help children understand values, build imagination, process feelings. But here's the important part. It's not about forcing lessons, it's about creating connections. F. Emotional safety matters most. At the end of everything, the book keeps coming back to one thing: emotional safety. A child needs to feel safe, heard, calm, no pressure, no control, and honestly, this is something we often ignore. Now, let me be honest here. Not everything in this book should be taken literally. Some parts are slightly idealistic, slightly over explained, and if you try to follow everything perfectly, you will just stress yourself out. So, the right way to use this book is take the principles, ignore the pressures, because real life is not perfect. What I personally took from this book is very simple. You don't need to be perfect parent. You just need to be present one. You don't need complicated rituals, strict systems. You need calmness, awareness, consistency, and I genuinely respect the effort Dr. Ajay Bajpai has put into this. You can feel the intention behind the book. It's written with care. So, final question: should you read this book? Yes, but read it the right way. Don't read it like a rule book. Read it like a guide. Take what helps, leave what doesn't. Because at the end of the day, a child doesn't need a perfect environment. A child needs a stable, loving one. And that's the biggest takeaway from this book. If this video gave you a new perspective, share it with someone who needs to hear this, because parenting doesn't start after birth. It starts with awareness. Go and grab this book, Vedic Sanskar by Dr. Ajay Bajpai sir. Thank you.